Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, good morning, Malachi. How are you? Greetings from Toronto and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Greetings from New York.
Yes, good
I'm
to
well,
see
thank you.
you. Oh my God, I'm such a big fan of everything you do. I gotta say, Black Mirror, I'm so obsessed with that show. But anyway, I digress. You are so good in A Thousand Blows. I know that you guys shot season one and two, back to back. So there wasn't a
Yeah,
break. Like you get
no.
no break working on this
Mm.
show. But what excited you most about diving into season two? Because I think we get grittier and we get darker.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Hezekiah is so like well restrained in season one. You know, he's such a gracious person. He's so kind and loving and doesn't treat anybody how he's treated. In season two, he just kind of scraps all of that. And he's like, I'm gonna let everybody know exactly how I feel. And I'm gonna basically hurt anybody that's ever hurt me. And it's a
Yeah.
dark place to go to, but it was kind of refreshing in a way for him, just kind of to have a moment where he's just really existing in his truth. And it was fun to play, but also I guess without spoiling it, where he goes by the end of the season, there's a real journey for him, a real
Yeah.
kind of having to find his way out of the darkness and back to the light, I guess. There's a couple of people that help him on the way, and yeah, it was a real journey for him this season for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say it must be so gratifying for you as an actor, not just to anchor
Mm,
this show. I mean, everybody on the show was fantastic, but so much responsibility. But to have such a great arc in your character,
yeah,
what a gift,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, for sure. Credit to Steve Knight, the writer. Honestly, he's an incredible writer. I mean, anyone that's seen Peaky Blinders will know
Oh
that.
yeah,
But he really just knows how to write human beings, and to just make really ordinary people extraordinary. You know, he has a way of just kind of bringing out the best in people by showing
yeah,
them the worst. And, he's a poet. He's an artist.
yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
don't be so humble. You bring a lot of life to this, that's for sure. We got to
I'll give
talk
it a go.
about bare knuckle boxing, okay, my friend.
Mm,
Honestly, I have to like go like this. I get like,
yeah.
I don't have the stomach for it. I love this
Yeah.
the show, but oh my God, but the training, like,
Mm.
how on earth do you even get into the mindset and then do what you do on this show?
Well, bear in mind, I had never boxed a day in my life prior to this. I hadn't even seen a boxing fight. So it was a lot of learning for me. And it
Yeah,
kind of probably worked in my favor that I hadn't because we start with bare knuckle fights before boxing is a sport. And so it doesn't look like boxing today. You know, it's the underhand, it's the
yeah,
old school way of doing it. And so I didn't have to unlearn anything. Everything was fresh for me. But it was a lot of fun, actually. I love training. I used to be an athlete, and this is the closest that I've got in my acting career to any kind of physicality like that before.
yeah, yeah.
And I had about a month before we started filming. So it's not a lot of time to learn everything I needed to learn. But we
No.
kept training throughout the show for the kind of whole year that we were doing it. They built a boxing gym on the set so that anytime we weren't on set, we could just kind of head to the boxing ring and train. And they had incredible coaches. And apart from not being able to eat cake for a year, it was a lot of fun.
That's a huge trade-off, I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
let's talk about this cast that you are working with. Oh my
Mm,
goodness, what like unbelievable. But I mean, Stephen Graham, who I have been a fan of for a million years, like he's just
yeah,
everything he does, he just is a chameleon. He transforms.
yeah.
Not so nice to you in this show, but I know he's a pussy cat. What is it like to work opposite someone like him?
He's one of the most generous human beings you could ever come across, and one of the most incredible artists you could ever come across. Truly, I mean that. And so it was an honor to work with him. It was a masterclass working with him every day. I learned so much from him as a human and as an artist.
Yeah,
And yeah, there were moments where it was terrifying because when he puts it on, he really knows how to do it. But somewhere underneath all of that, I can tell that there's still someone that really cares about me, and someone that like he has such a big heart. I don't think there's a dishonest bone. I
yeah.
don't think that there is a dishonest bone in his body. I cannot imagine this man lying. And so there's something about that that always makes someone feel safe, and
Yeah.
feel seen as well. So yeah, it was a privilege to work with
And,
him.
and same with Aaron Doherty. I mean, the two of them are just, the well-deserved accolades for adolescence. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've seen it, but oh
Yeah, of
man,
course I've
like,
seen it.
of
Yeah, for
course, yes.
sure.
And
Yeah.
just, but again, to work with her too, and it's just mind-boggling how everybody is so invested in this series.
Yeah, for sure. I had the privilege of doing the chemistry test when they were trying to find our Mary car.
Yeah.
And there was about four of them. And when Erin came in, like one thing I learned is that like acting is like when you get parts, it's not about how good you are. Like it's really not, because all of the people that came in were incredible. But there
Yeah.
was just something about Erin where it's like, that's her, that's Mary. Like effortlessly,
Mm.
she's Mary. And I knew that in that moment. And then we all put on our costumes and we got on the cobbled streets, and it all just came to life. And we honestly had to have hardly any conversations about backstory or prep. We all just kind of got the same memo, and just went on the journey together, and
Yeah.
it was great.
Well, it's amazing. I have to say, I can't wait for Canadians to dig into season two. We get it here, so we're very excited for this. Thank you so much for your time. Please
Thank
keep
you.
up the great work. You are just brilliant in everything you
Thank
do.
you.
So thank you so much for your time today, Malachi, and best of luck with everything.
Thank you, Bonnie.
You're very
You
welcome.
too.
Have a great day. Take care.
You
Bye bye.
too.